Hey, what's going on guys? And in this video guys, we're gonna be learning structures in C. So we're going to explore what is structures and how we could, use structures inside our C program. So basically guys, when we say structure, it is a user-defined data type. It is used to store a collection of different kinds of data. So in a sense, it could be something similar to an array. So basically it is like a collection. The only difference is that an array is used to store the same data types. So in an array, if you want to save an integer value, so you have to make sure that all the elements of that particular array is also int or integer. And if you want to store double, so it should have double, or it should contain all double elements. While if you want to use structure, you could declare multiple um, data type inside this particular collection. So in order for us to use structure in C, we're gonna be using this particular keyword struct. Okay, so this is how we could create a structure in C programming. So struct. So variables inside the structure are called members of the structure. Okay. So now let's try to define a structure in C. So say for example, we want to um, try to declare a struct courses. So all we have to do is specify the keyword struct. Okay, and then this is going to make sense later on if we want to access the members of this particular struct. So for now, let's just stick to this. Struct is the keyword that we could use to declare or define a structure in C. So again, that's the keyword struct, and then we could specify the structure name. So this could be any name that we want. So for example, we could name this courses. Okay. So this particular courses, this will contain different variables. Okay. So as you can see here, we have added curly braces, opening and closing curly braces. And then at the end of the closing curly brace, the semicolon that signifies the end of this particular line. Okay. And then inside here, as I've said, we could have multiple variable type. Okay. So for example, number one will be char or car. And then we could name this, for example, website. And then the length is 50. Okay. And then semicolon. And another one, car or char. And then subject will be the length 50, and then the last one will be about price. Okay, so as you can see here guys, we have the struct courses, and then it contains three different data types of variables. So we have here website with length 50, subject length 50, and then price, which is an int or of type int. Okay, that's how easy for us to define a structure in C. Now we could um, access the struct courses, but basically we need to move this outside of our main function. So we have to move this. I'll just have to cut and paste this. So it should be outside our main function, because we're going to declare, or access the struct from this main function right here. Okay, so you could think of this if you are into object-oriented programming, you could think of this as a class for now. But this is different because this is a structure, which is a collection of you know, different variables or different data types. But you could think of this as, you know, an object or a class for now, and then we could access this inside our main function. So in order for us to access that, we just need to specify the name of our struct inside our main function. So all we have to do is use again the struct keyword like this, and then the name of the struct, which is courses. Okay, and then um, we could assign an alias to this. If, for example, course, or maybe C, a big letter C. Okay, big letter C. Okay, and then semicolon. So that's how we could um, access this courses struct inside our main function. So all we have to do is like use the struct keyword and then the name of our struct, which is courses, and then assign an alias to this struct. Okay, and then after that one, we could initialize perhaps our variables, okay, or members of this struct. So all we have to do is we could say here initialization. We could now access the members of the struct courses by using this alias. So initialization, for example, str copy. Okay, so I believe I have already showed you how you could assign a value to a string, because we're going to be assigning value to this website. So this is a string collection of um, characters. So strcpy, and then we're going to say here C, and then website. So as you can see here, we have the access to all the members of the courses struct. So we're going to use the website first, and then we're going to assign a value here. For example, www programming knowledge, something like that. So basically what we're doing here, .com, we're just doing here is we're just getting the website member and then assign a value to that, which is the www.programmingknowledge.com. And after this, we could, you know, access this value by using this member of struct. So later on we will try that, but for now let's just move to the next member. So again, we're going to use strcopy, strcpy, and then now we're going to use the subject. So the subject will be introduction to C programming. So that will be the subject for this particular course. So again, we're just doing here, we're just getting the subject member of our struct and then assign a value to that, which is this string, introduction to C programming. Okay, and of course the other one, or the last one, will be the price. So what we do here is use the C alias, that, and then price, and then we could assign a value here. For example, we want to specify a value or a price here like $15 or something. And then after that, after initialization, of course, we can use these values right here. So all we have to do is we could say here print. So we could use printf statement, and then we could say here website, percent, semicolon r colon, and then percent s, and then we're going to add new line here, comma, and then the member of our struct. So C dot and then website, okay, and then semicolon at the end. So we're going to do the same for the other members. So the next one is the subject. So percent %s and then backslash n, and then we're going to access the subject member of struct, and then the last one will be printf. I mean the price. So price, we're going to do the same here, percent d, that's the format specifier for our integer values. So c dot price, okay, and then semicolon at the end of this line to denote that this ends with this semicolon. Okay, so now let's try this. Let's build and run our program, and we're having an error here. Error expected, because expected. That's because um, we did not add the semicolon here. Okay, rookie mistake. Build and run, and as you can see here, we now have the values displayed here in our console. So the website is www.programming.com, and then subject is Introduction to C Programming, and the price is $15. So that's how easy for us to use struct in C, and then we could, make this collection of different variables, and then we could assign values, initialize, and then we could also change if we want to change the values after initialization, and then after that we could display the values or the actual values of the members of our struct. Okay, so I think that's it for this tutorial, guys, and I do hope that you learned something from this tutorial. And if you have questions, please let us know in the comment section, where we will try to answer your queries. So again, that's all, and thank you for watching.